Hi guys, so today's tutorial is this vampire tutorial for Halloween. I'm absolutely obsessed with this look, so I hope you enjoy the tutorial. So I'm first just tying back my hair, getting it out of my face, and then I'm going in with the Ren Instant Firming Beauty Shot. Not really sure why, I just wanted to kind of plump up my skin before beginning this tutorial because stereotypically the vampires are quite youthful. Now I'm taking a silicone based primer because like any other makeup we want to prime our face because we will be wearing this for a while, especially if you're going to a party, and I used a silicone based one so that my foundation would glide on a lot easier. Then I'm taking my Catrice All Round Concealer Palette. I use this every single day, guys. Like seriously, even for Halloween looks, I have to reach for it. So I'm just concealing the redness, like blemishes and things like that, with my green concealer. And then I also went in with the pink one and concealed underneath my eyes because vampires are quite flawless, let's be honest. So I wanted to get all that colour correction done before I applied my foundation, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. So it's full coverage, long wearing and quite pale. And I also added white face paint to this because we want it to be pale. We don't want it to be white, but we want it to be very pale. So just add a little bit, mix it up, see what the colour is like, add a bit more if you need to, and just mix it really well because you don't want it to be patchy or anything like that. Once you've got the colour that you want, you basically just apply that all over your face. So I'm just getting whatever was on the brush from mixing it onto my face, and then I'm going in with my all-time favourite, the Blank Canvas F20, and I'm buffing that into my face. So I will be honest, the foundation was quite thick when I applied the white face paint in with it. It does thicken it up and it's a little bit harder to buff out onto the skin. So what I'd recommend is maybe like doing one dot on, say, your chin, blending that out, then doing a dot along your jawline, blending that out. Don't apply big dots all over the face like I did, because by the time I got to the forehead it was quite hard to blend out. So I just recommend doing like a portion of the face at a time. And then I bounced in my damp sponge to kind of get rid of any excess product on the face. And now I'm going on to the brows, so I'm just combing through them roughly and getting kind of a rough shape with a spoolie. And then I go in with my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Chocolate. So this is just an eyebrow gel, and I went for quite a strong brow because I don't know, I just think like vampires would have their eyebrows on point. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like they would. And any excuse for a strong brow, I will take it. I usually wear my brows quite strong anyway, so any opportunity I will definitely grab it with both hands. So I have a whole tutorial on how I do my eyebrows. I will of course link it down below. I use the exact same product, so it's pretty similar to what I'm doing here. So I will link that down in the info bar if you want to take a look at my eyebrow tutorial. But I think my eyebrows actually turned out pretty good in this tutorial. I think they look pretty good, if I do say so myself. Then I'm just brushing through with a spoolie to distribute the product, and then I'm cleaning them up with some concealer, so just the light shade from the Catrice concealer palette. And then I'm going in with some masking tape or like sellotape and lining that up with my lower lash line towards my eyebrow at a little bit of an angle, and just applying that so that I will have a nice sharp edge to my eyeshadow and also my eyeliner. I love this technique. Then I'm priming my lids using just a concealer. This one's from Rimmel, and I'm just blending that out and then setting it with a white eyeshadow. This one's from the Catrice Frozen Yogurt palette. Now I'm mixing these kind of pinky shades and applying that into the crease with a fluffy brush. Then I'm taking this kind of darker mauvey toned eyeshadow and applying that on top of the previous colour and blending it up towards the brow bone. And then I went in with this NYC colour wheel and I took the like plummy kind of pinky shade, I guess, and placed that into the crease as well, and just built this colour up from outer corner to inner corner. So just any shadows at all that you have will do. You don't have to use exactly what I'm using in this tutorial. And then I'm taking the Catrice Frozen Yogurt palette. I'm taking the burgundy kind of colour, and placing that more directly into the crease and blending it up towards those previous shadows. And then I'm taking red, which sounds crazy, but I'm applying this directly kind of into the crease. It's not really going to be like stark red, it honestly just intensifies the eye look completely. So don't be afraid to use red, especially around the time of Halloween. Try something different. And then I'm just blending that out and going in with this purple eyeshadow from Deals, and I'm applying that like mostly in the crease and just giving it a slight blend up towards the colour like you do with kind of every colour you apply. And I'm just doing that from outer corner to inner corner and intensifying it on the outer half of the crease, and then blending it with a clean blending brush and going in with the NYX Stromo pencil in Milk, another of my best friends around Halloween time. I absolutely love it. And I'm applying that to the lid with a brush, and then going in with the electric palette from Urban Decay and taking this purple shade and applying that on top. Like I said, you don't have to use the palettes that I'm using. Anything similar to the colours I'm using will be perfectly fine, because I did use quite a range of palettes in this look. Then I took the Vice 3 and a different purple shade and applied that on top because I thought the one from the electric palette was just too bright for this look, so I threw this one on top to tone it down a little bit. And then I went in with this dark grey purple. These shadows are from the BH Cosmetics Day and Night palette, and I applied this shadow into the crease to kind of give a nice transition from the lid up into the crease, because I hate a really harsh transition from there. And then I blended that out and took a highlight shade from the Smoky palette, this one's called High, and just applied that to the brow bone with a brush. And then I took my eyeliner from Essence that I always use, and I drew a thin line across my lid and just thickened it the further I went out along the lash line. You can do your eyeliner any way you want to, honestly, it's your own preference, but this is how I did mine. So I drew the line against the tape. The tape helps so much if you want like a really, really nice eyeliner that's sharp. And then I joined the line from the tape onto the line on my lash line and just filled in that little triangle. But like I said, you can do your eyeliner whichever way you want. You can even skip it if you really want to. And then I just took off my tape and just cleaned off a bit of the shadow that got past the tape, and that can sometimes happen if it lifts a little bit. So I just cleaned it up with concealer, and then I started highlighting underneath my eye and just cleaning up kind of the inner tear duct area that some shadow got onto. So I'm using the light shade in my Catrice All Round Concealer palette, and I'm bouncing that in with a damp Real Techniques complexion sponge, and then I'm just concealing some blemishes I had with the same concealer because it's nice and pale. And then I'm setting everything on my face with that Catrice Prime and Fine translucent powder. So you could use like a white eyeshadow if you wanted to, or like a really, really pale face powder, but translucent powder is kind of your best bet. And then I'm taking this light, very cool toned brown from an eyebrow kit from Catrice, and I'm bronzing up my face with this. So it works really, really well because it has like kind of grey undertones to it. So it's really nice for this vampire look. So I'm just applying that along the cheeks, the temples, and also along the forehead. And then I took it along my jawline as well, just to kind of shape the face a little bit, and under and around my chin for some reason, not really sure why. And then I just blended that out as well. And I took the NYX blush in taupe and contoured with this. So I placed this into the hollows of my cheeks using the Blank Canvas F32 brush. And I also contoured my nose to slim it down a little bit. And I applied some of that underneath my lip as well to make it pouty. And then I sharpened my contour with the white eyeshadow. Now I'm taking that plummy colour again from the Catrice Quad and applying that to the lower lash line with kind of like a smudge brush, and now I'm blending it out. I want a really blown out smoky lower lash line. I even dragged it down a bit to where like natural bags would be and dark circles, just because you know, vampires don't sleep at night. So I don't know, I just thought I could do it for this look. Then I took the red and applied that kind of closer to the lash line with a more defined brush again, and then I blended that down like quite a bit. I want a really, really dramatic lower lash line for this look, so I dragged that down quite a bit. And then I went in with this purple eyeshadow from Deals called Deep Plum, and I applied that kind of closer to the lash line again. I'm just like kind of using different colours to get a nice transition on the lower lash line because I want a little bit of dimension. And then I applied an inner tear duct highlight. I'm honestly not sure what shade I used for this, but any white shimmery highlight is fine. Then I took my Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil and lined my tight line and also my waterline with that. And then I took the black eyeshadow from Urban Decay called Blackout. Any matte black will do fine. And I'm taking an angled brush and applying that very, very closely to the lower lash line, just to kind of not make the eyeliner as harsh. And then I'm blending it out so it's nice and smoky. And then I re-intensified the inner tear duct highlight and applied some mascara. This one is from Rimmel. I really, really love this mascara lately. Then I'm taking my Penny's lip liner in purple and lining my lips with that, and going in with the NYX High Voltage lipstick in, I think it's called Dahlia. It's a really, really dark purple. I am absolutely obsessed with it. It was perfect for this look. I think it really completed the look. And I applied that all over my lips and I cleaned up the lips with some concealer. And that's basically the look. I absolutely love this. Like, I'm so tempted to go as a vampire this year because of this look, but now that I've done it, I feel like I have to outdo myself and do something different. So I probably won't go as a vampire, even though I really, really want to. I really hope you enjoyed this vampire tutorial. If any of you recreated or get inspired by it, please tag me on Instagram or Snapchat. I would love to see it. And if you want to see how I created the bites on the side of my neck, I did a tutorial in that. So look in the info bar, there will be a link. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!